Last month, I went into my first ever no spend month challenge. How did I do? Well, stay tuned to find out. Hey guys, this is Gwen Lazarito and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, then hello and welcome. I make videos about personal finance, minimalism, and lifestyle design, and anything else that you need to help you live your best life. So today I'm going to be talking about the challenge that I just finished for the month of August, and that was the no spend month challenge. So I'm going to discuss the things that I've learned, my struggles, and my wins, including how much I was able to save at the end of the month. So stay tuned for that. So make sure that you like this video, comment below, and subscribe, and make sure to hit that bell button so that you get notified whenever I post new videos. So first, what were my struggles? Now, I've actually watched other people's videos about their no spend challenge, and they would say that the most difficult part was the first and second week for them, and then the rest of the third and fourth week they've gotten used to not spending. For me, it was actually the exact opposite. So on the first and second week, I definitely didn't have any problems at all with not spending. I guess because essentially I don't spend as much. Um, the problem started when it was on the 15th. So 15th for me and my partner is our payday. And during payday, we would go ahead and create our budget, and not only create our budget but do our groceries and pay our bills. So we made the budget, we paid our bills, but we didn't do any groceries because in anticipation of the no spend challenge, we actually bought our groceries in bulk at the 1st of August. So there was no groceries whatsoever, even vegetables and eggs. And what I realized was grocery shopping for me was actually retail therapy. Like I realized that I still felt that high when you actually like purchase an item. And I used to get that during grocery shopping. Like, you'd put something in your cart and then you'd go over to the counter and pay for it, and even virtually, like you'd still like place that in the cart, place that in the cart, and then swipe your imaginary card, or let's say, yes, Gcash. I actually use Gcash for paying things online. So I would use Gcash, and I would get this high whenever I see that I've purchased an item. But that didn't happen on the 15th of August because it was a no spend month, and that is when I think it started to go downhill because I didn't get that high. And I started to like really, really, really want things, and it got really worse when I was having my PMS. So I have PMS. I don't know if you still call it PMS when I get it before and after my period, but I did have that. And whenever I PMS, I hit it really hard. Like, I am one of the worst people to be with. Like, I'm not my best self during PMS period. Any and every food that I see, I would crave for it so bad. And there were actually instances that I would install my food apps back again just to see if they've given me some promo code that I could use so that I could justify my purchases. August was the time when we were enrolling our kids for virtual classes, and we also had to purchase gadgets for them. Well, and we didn't really anticipate it. Like, we thought we anticipated it last July, but expectations versus reality. So that was one of the struggles, but really mostly around me trying to control myself on the third and fourth week. I think on the fourth week, I practically stopped not spending. So I started spending um, during the height of my PMS. I really asked for milk tea, and I asked for ice cream, and I asked for pizza because I was really not on my good side. And yeah, so that was something that I didn't expect was very hard to control. I was actually having problems trying to decide what was really and what was not important. That was it. I did not define what was a need and what was a want. So those are my struggles. So what have I learned? The things that I've learned so much, and I think this is what a no spend month actually does for you, because it makes you realize your relationship with regards to money and particularly spending. So I realized first and foremost that I was using grocery shopping as retail therapy because I no longer shop mindlessly whenever I'm stressed, or at least I try not to. So I use grocery shopping as retail therapy. That was one of the things I realized. Second thing I realized, I spend so much money during PMS period. Like, I don't know if you think I'm exaggerating, but seriously, I am so bad at controlling myself during my PMS period, which is basically 7 to 10 days. So that's almost half of the month. So that, and basically, I am still an emotional shopper. Whenever I feel stressed out, I do tend to order like food, especially. I don't order stuff a lot, but more on food. I crave food whenever I'm stressed or sad or anything like that. And it amplified during the no spend month because I know that I was depriving myself of spending, which is actually good to know because I feel like I could have actually prepared for that by buying things at the grocery beforehand, so that whenever I do have my cravings, I have something in my pantry that I can just take out, so that I don't have to buy food online or have things delivered to my home. The next one would be I still have impulse buying. It hasn't, like, I thought that I was in control of myself in that department, but I realized I still do have that, and I have issues with following um challenges in general, which is really weird. Like, I guess I'm still not very structured or very disciplined, because between me and my partner Christian, he was way more disciplined when it comes to not spending. Like, it was really okay for him to postpone buying stuff, whereas for me, if I thought that I actually needed an item, I would really want to buy it right away. Although we did save, but yes, I guess I will mention that at the end of how much we actually save. But those are the things that I learned. Um, and it's actually very good to look at, your progress, because I know that I didn't have any 0% self control when I was younger, and I wasn't very mindful of my spending. Whereas now I'm actually getting better, but I know that there is still a lot of room for improvement. We saved all of our savings in one account for this challenge. Yep. So I can't tell you the exact amount, guys. Christian wasn't very comfortable revealing the exact amount, so I won't reveal it because it's not my money; it's his money too. So he's entitled to his own privacy So I will just give you a percentage of how much we saved. So usually we would save around 15 to 20% of our accumulated salary, like on a monthly basis. And that goes through different avenues. Like, we consider insurance as saving. So, insurance for retirement. Yes, because our insurance can be converted to retirement. That's another topic. So, we have that. We have one for savings, and we have one for our emergency fund, which is also our savings. So, we've put a lot of that 15 to 20% on different avenues for our savings. And so we were able to save an additional 5% of our savings. So my target was actually, I didn't really have a target, but it was more of like an expectation. So I actually expected that or that we wouldn't have to spend my salary for the month of August, which was also Christian's initial plan. But then again, things happen, like additional equipment for the kids and additional equipment for the house, and so many things that you have no control over, but you just have to roll with it. So I actually expected to have a bit more savings, like at least 10 or 15% additional to our existing savings, but we only were able to save 5%. But that is okay, because the purpose of doing a no spend month challenge is for you to be able to learn more about yourself, and your spending habits and your triggers, what triggers you to spend and what encourages you to save. So, will I do this challenge again? That is a good question. So, I actually feel like this is a really good type of challenge. And if you're new, try to curb your spending. It might not be wise to do a no spend month challenge, but you can start by doing a no spend weekend challenge. So that's for 2 days of the week that you don't need to spend, because I know that most people usually spend more money during the weekends. So you can start by doing that, a no weekend spending challenge, and then you can move on to a no 1 week of no spend challenge, and then progress until you go until you feel like you're comfortable doing a 1 month no spend challenge. I feel like I will definitely do another no spend challenge, but not this month. Burr months are really busy. But I am very keen to see if I've improved from my previous no spend month. So maybe at the first or second quarter of 2021, I might just do it. I will certainly keep you guys posted with regards to the challenge. I know that some of my friends did the challenge with me. I forgot to ask them what they thought, but I will update you guys in my social media about what they thought about the challenge. I'll just have to get back to them. I got really so busy on the first week of September. Work was really hectic, so uh, I lost track. But yes, definitely. But I'm actually very keen to try doing a no spend week challenge. Maybe this month or next month. We'll see. Again, I'll keep you posted in my social media. That is my Instagram and my Facebook, if I'm going to do another one. And if you'd like to do that with me, very much welcome to. I did post some of the things that I will try to adjust if I'm going to do another no spend challenge. So that is, I wrote it down because, okay, the first one is have a weekly check in. So I think that this is really important. If you're going to do a 1 week or a 2 week no spend challenge, is do a weekly check in to see how you're feeling and to see how much you've progressed and how much you've saved on a particular week, to encourage you to continue on the challenge, as well as to check on what are the things that you might want to change or adjust on the challenge, so that you can actually finish it. And that's something that I didn't do. I was just very confident about myself that I can go through the whole challenge no problem. So I didn't do any check-ins, and I was wrong. So yes, definitely do a weekly check-in or a bi-weekly check-in if you're just going to do a 1 week no spend challenge. The next one is to have an accountability buddy. So my accountability buddy was Christian. He was really very set on like finishing the challenge without spending, so that was really good, at least. And whenever like I wanted to buy something, he would say, I thought nag no spend challenge ka, like okay, yes po. The next one is to be more clear on your rules, on what are the things that are definitely no spend and what are the things that you can spend on. So that is something that I'm definitely going to do, and be more clear on your goals. So that's one of the things that is very important as well. So my goal for that first no spend challenge was just to make sure that we save more. I didn't place like an exact amount. Like I was hoping to save like 15%, and even a percentage isn't that exact. I feel like if you're going to have a clear goal, it should be a smart goal. Like you have a specific amount in mind. So I might say like I could have saved around 30,000 by the end of the spend month challenge. Whatever goals that you might want, just be more specific and concise with what that goal is. Next is prepare for any setbacks like special occasions, birthdays. I actually created a template for myself, so that once I'm ready to do another no spend challenge, I'll be more ready. But I'll be more than happy to share that template with you. So you can actually find that template down below in the description box. Feel free to download that and use that for the no spend challenge. So I hope that's going to be helpful for you. I certainly hope that it will be helpful for me once I do another no spend challenge in the future. But until then, hope that you've enjoyed this video and you've learned something from this. If you did the no spend challenge with me, please do comment down below what your wins are, what were your struggles, and what were you able to learn about yourself. And as always, don't ever forget that your best life starts when you decide. Bye!